Oh, hey, what's up, guys? It's been a minute since I've done one of these. I did just do. What did I shoot a haul of? I don't remember. I did one a couple weeks ago for the first time in a while. But yeah, I'm back again a few weeks later. I wanted to do this like last week, man. I got this package 2 weeks ago. This is my monthly DCBS order. I just kind of wanted to do an update of my pull list. I got a couple back issues here. Some stuff for my Batman run. Trade, and I just kind of wanted to chat, just kind of like, as I do this. I didn't even take the DCBS order out of the internal packaging yet, so that'll be fun. But yeah, so first, I ended up winning a few books on eBay for the Batman run. I ended up buying this one. Actually, I won it for $1 and plus shipping, so it was like $6 or something, which is great. Anytime I can find an issue for around the $5 mark now at this point, I'm happy. I get better deals usually in person if I go to cons and stuff like that, but like when I'm looking on eBay, I'm looking for ones that I can snipe just like here and there, throw $5-6 at the run, and get a filler book. But yeah, this is Batman 324. It's not in its future Mylar yet, even though it looks like a shiny bag. It's just like one of those shiny polypropylene bags, but yes, it's nice. I'm happy to have it. It's like a fine condition copy. So there's that, and then I had here 323. So I now have this one is a slightly bigger key. It has something to do with Catwoman. It's like one of her more recent appearances. It's like her return, yeah, because you demanded at the return of Catwoman. Some sort of return for her, like she was not used for a little while and then this is a return or something. I don't freaking know. I don't remember. Something stupid. Every time there's books like this, they try to find ways to make you, not books like this, anytime like you get to the lower issue runs in the run, they'll just point at anything to try to make it a key. Like, oh, she wasn't used for 40 issues, so this is a key now. That kind of thing, It is what it is. It's pretty cool though. I'm happy to have it. It's a nice cover. This is a VF condition copy. I think I paid like $15-16 for it, which was a really good deal at the time for the condition. So I'm still happy to have it. Like I said, I'm filling in the run. So I now have 322 to current. The most recent issue will be in this haul. So yeah, there we go. Actually, that's a lie. I don't know if the most recent issue came out since July started. So I may not have the current issue. It's on order. I have it ordered. And then the trade I got was New Teen Titans Volume 12. I've been collecting these trades since they started printing them at Volume 1. And shortly after COVID, I kind of lost track of pre-orders. And I missed out on, I think, 11, 12, and 13. 11 and 13 were in print still when I was filling it back in. So I was lucky enough to get those for, I usually pay 30 to 50% off cover. This frigger was like 20 to 30% higher than cover, and that was still a good deal. It went out of print. I don't know if they just lowered print runs as they started printing more, but I am now current up to volume 15. I do not have the entire run in singles, which is kind of why I'm buying the trades. And then eventually, I think when I fill in all of my singles, I will probably end up just selling this set. So happy to have them for reading purposes. They're a hell of a lot more convenient to read than pulling out the singles. So I just kind of prefer trades for some formats. So happy to have that. So now I've been actually reading. I'm on to volume 4 now. So I was ready to start doing that. I got some mail here about my benefits that I should open later. But yeah, so let's get into my DCBS order. What have I been reading? So while I unpackage, we'll kind of talk. I am kind of slowing. It came with like one of these Justice League membership cards. I got Green Arrow. Pretty cool. Anyway, so I don't really buy books too much right now. I'm actually trying to sell as much as I can with very limited time. Like I said in my last video, guys, I played baseball and softball over the summer. So I usually have a game, 2 to 3 nights a week. So I just kind of slow down on all of my comic booky activities, and then I also have to take care of, my lawn and all that other stuff. So trying to find time to go out and buy books or collect or sell, sit down and type listings or film a video or any of that stuff kind of goes downhill. So I got to be more active over the winter with this. Honestly, starting when later. not later, like earlier than that, so like fall. But yeah, so here is a bunch of my books here for I believe this is the month of June. I read a lot. I need to trim this. I have, and I will discuss that as we go through. There are some books in here that we will not see in future months if I decide to show this stuff off. But yeah, so for the time being, summer's going to be kind of wishy-washy with content. I'll try to hit it in stride starting in the fall. It's also hard. I have a roommate and his girlfriend's over all the time, and it's just like, it's kind of hard to sit down and film and have time. If you hear sirens in the background, I totally have cops on the TV right now, Pluto TV, cops all the time. Anyway, yeah, so I have this stuff here. I got some ideas in my head for some videos that I would like to make. I would like to do collection videos, but it's daunting getting the stupid collection. Not stupid, I love my collection, it's amazing. I just neglected it for too long, and I've been trying slowly but surely getting everything cataloged, and I'm putting labels on my books. I'm trying to grade everything. I'm super anal about it. It really bugs me that they're all upstairs disorganized in boxes and they're not in order. I'm still debating in my head how I want to order it, and like, it's just crazy. So yeah, I just got a lot going on. I wish I could be full-time comics, like content creation, reading, sorting, selling, that kind of stuff. But it's just not a reality that I feel comfortable trying to live and be successful at financially. So it will be a hobby for a while. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, let's get into the books. That's what you guys are here to see, not me talking. So without further ado, one of the books I've been reading is the Green Lantern series. I've been really enjoying this. The Adams run has been really good, kind of reforming the Green Lantern core, as I should say. You'll see that book later too. And from all of the teardowns that have happened since, Rebirth has started. The lighting in here is absolutely miserable, and I apologize for that, so we'll have to deal. Next up, we have Miles Morales, 34, part of God War. I know he has been kind of possessed, I guess, by Anisi, who's like a spider god. He's more like a trickster god. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I get from it. It's all right. I love Miles, so I'll keep reading it, but it's not at like a point where I'm like, yeah, you gotta jump in. It's freaking awesome. That's fine. I read it. This is the final issue here of Doom Academy. I haven't read a single issue of it yet. I'm so behind on the Doom stuff. I don't read One World Under Doom, but I read Fantastic Four and Doom Academy because I thought, like Strange Academy, so I thought like Doom Academy, like what if that takes off kind of thing. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and I haven't touched it yet. So I probably should do that so I know anything about it. But yeah, I know it has to tie in with One World Under Doom, so I have to read that somewhere else. Next up, we have The Seasons, issue 5. I did not read issue 4 yet. That's still sitting over my to-read pile, but it's basically 4 sisters. They're all named after the seasons, and spooky shit's meant to happen to them. It's kind of the gist I got. There's this creepy clown parade that's coming to their town. It's weird. I don't know. It's interesting enough. I keep buying it, so I'll be reading it for a little while. If I don't like it after like issue 6 or 7, I'll probably stop ordering it and just read it up till I'm done with it. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 5. Just a nice, cover. I'm trying to remember what the heck happened in issues 1 through 4. I read them so long ago. I'm sure it'll kind of refresh in my brain once I read issue 5 here. But yeah, not too bad. I wish they would just, instead of rebooting, just stick to the legacy numbering. Please. It worked for so many years. Why do we have to change it? It's kind of annoying. But yeah, it is what it is. Next up, this is Absolute Superman number 8. This book got chopped on the chopping block. It just wasn't doing it for me. It's kind of slow developing. The last issue I actually kind of really enjoyed, so like it's kind of like wishy-washy. So I'm just gonna ride it out, keep reading it until it stops coming, and then I will either consider picking up in trade or trying to read it digitally for cheap. If I decide that it's worth pursuing that again. A couple Ultimate titles. I read most of the Ultimate titles. I just dig the Ultimate Universe lately. It's been really cool since they rebooted it. And this is a new book, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. I don't know how long this book is. I know Wolverine's supposed to be 12 issues. I don't know what this is. I haven't read issue 1, so we'll find out, right? So I know I'm pretty sure it's a Miles, like the Miles book for this universe. So we'll see. Speaking of Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine number 6. This is basically what if Wolverine was Winter Soldier, basically the Winter Soldier for Colossus and the siblings, Omega Red and Magic, in Russia. So that's pretty cool. Kind of different. There you do see. Why is this not bag and boarded? That's weird. That's never happened. Hopefully there's a loose bag and board in here somewhere. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, Daredevil 22. It's been okay. It's not my favorite run of Daredevil, that's for sure, which stinks because Saladin Ahmed had a really good run on Miles. This one, however, it's just kind of mid. He's been fighting, the 7 deadly sins and learning about himself and questioning his religion. It's just pretty cliche. Daredevil story, nothing really super new other than like the supernatural and the fact that he kind of was running an orphanage for a little while as a priest. It's just, nothing groundbreaking in the Daredevil universe happening there. This is a book that I also cut. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 9. It's just not doing it for me, and for whatever reason, I don't think I've seen it solicited, or it's like wishy-washy. It's just not doing it for me Turtles-wise. I love the Turtles. For whatever reason, I can't consistently read them. So I'm gonna let it go, and hopefully they prove me wrong. Wow. This is another book I decided to chop, not because it's bad, but just because I'm kind of done with it. I've read Moon Knight since Jed MacKay started reading, and it's just kind of starting to fall flat. For me, it's been really, really good through most of it. Usually, about where this Fist of Khonshu run started, I started to kind of fall off of it. But for the most part, not Saladin Ahmed, McKay's run has been really good, so I recommend it. I'm just, however, finding it as a good point to jump off and try to save some money. All right, next up, Titans 24. I don't really remember what's happening in this book, to be honest. I know there's this whole dynamic between the Justice League naming the Titans as the Defenders of Earth after Absolute Power. So there's kind of like a constant power struggle between the Titans and the Justice League. I'm pretty sure Deathstroke's back, and now we got Terra as well coming back. I don't really remember what's happening, to be honest. Next up, we have Ultimate Spider-Man 18. I've really been digging this Ultimate Spider-Man run by Hickman. It's just an interesting twist on the Spider-Man mythos. It's just kind of cool when alternate stories are kind of close enough to what the source material did, but in different ways. Like this, you have villains doing different things. Like Mysterio is not who you expect. It's just, I don't want to give too much away. If you're not reading it, I really recommend you read it. All the Ultimate titles, if you only pick up one, Spidey's. X-Men's hard to follow, but the artwork is just stunning. I feel like I'm reading just like beautiful artwork. It's like simple but not, like I just respect the peach stuff, but we'll talk about that more, I guess, when we get to it. Do I even have one in this month? I don't see one in here. Interesting. Never mind, we might not talk about it. Was there a 5th week in... Oh, there it is. I found it. All right, cool. We got it. Next up, Justice League Unlimited number 8. Haven't read this in a while. This We Are Yesterday storyline crosses over with World's Finest, which is a book that I really kind of wish I was reading, but I'm not. So I will probably try to piece it together one day in the dollar bins and give it a read. It's Mark Waid. Dan Mora is one of my favorite artists, so it is what it is. Anyway, one of the Absolute titles that I have not cut yet, Absolute Wonder Woman. I've just kind of been digging how she's from hell and the different plays on the mythologies. They still, like, obviously she still always plays on mythology, but they kind of bring in different, kind of characters and stuff, and more hell and not the same gods per se. Next up, I haven't read any of these in a minute. Fantastic Four 33. I know it's been good. I have had no issues with Ryan North's run. It's one of the better ones of late. I think Slott did an okay job. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. A hell of a lot better than Matt Fraction. But Ryan North so far has had one of the better runs on FF in a while. So happy for that. I know it's got rebooted. They're just going to get another number 1. So who I think it's also Ryan North. I don't know why they do that. It's probably to coincide with the movie to boost sales or some bullshit. Which is, I don't know why Superman didn't get another number 1, but here's Superman 27. I've really been enjoying reading Superman. Speaking of Superman, I did see the movie. I'm not going to make this into a movie talk, but I really enjoyed it, and I will leave it at that. Yes. A couple twists I wasn't a big fan of, but or like how they tweak the story to make it fit their story, but for the most part I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking, but I think it's a good first step for DC. Anyway, Superman 27. Yeah, I've just been enjoying it. I can't really say why. I don't know. I just like reading Superman. Guilty pleasure of mine. I know not everybody likes Superman, but he's one of my kind of low-key favorites. He's one of my favorites. This book is kind of creepy, to be honest, and I enjoy every minute of it. Incredible Hulk. This is number 26. The Johnson run has been a great run post Immortal Hulk. I kind of read, I think, the first 12 issues of Immortal Hulk, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I don't really need to have all these Immortal Hulks in my collection, so I sold them off and bought something else with it. But I kind of regret it, but it's okay. So I still need to go back and read the rest of Immortal Hulk, but happy to have picked that up and have enjoyed it ever since. I'm up to issue 26 now, so fits in my Hulk run nice. So happy about that. I will eventually fill in those blanks one day. I'm sure eventually all the prices will come down on some of the modern stuff, so I'll get it then. Next up, we have Batgirl issue 8. So happy to have a Batgirl book again. It literally could have been any of the Batgirls, and I would have been happy to have it. But the fact that it's Cassandra Cain, who is probably, outside of Barbara Gordon, my favorite, happy to have it. Absolutely happy to have it. And speaking of Babs, I get her in this book, Birds of Prey, which has also been fantastic. Babs is one of my favorite characters. I'm a huge fan of Batgirl. I just really enjoy Barbara Gordon and her characterization. I love Dick Grayson. So having, kind of the power couple there, they're some of my favorite characters. So I'm really happy to have 2 good books about Batgirls and Batgirl adjacent characters that I can enjoy. Next up, we have Power Rangers Prime issue 7. I couldn't freaking tell you what's happening in this book anymore. It's a completely new team, except for I think the Red Ranger is a different Red Ranger. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know why I haven't cut it yet. I'm kind of over it. Power Rangers had such a good run with Boom Studios. Well over 100 issues, 150 issues. Yeah, 152 or something like that. No, 132. I don't remember. It was a long run, and it was really, really good. Like, nice universe building, tying a bunch of Rangers together that otherwise haven't ever been. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty. It's just kind of meh. I guess the nostalgia's kind of worn off at this point for me. So, sounds like I'm talking myself into cutting it. So we'll see what this issue holds for me. This is a book I don't read, but I've been collecting a lot of the B covers when I can, and I will fill in the gaps one day. But this is Poison Ivy issue 34. Poison Ivy is one of my favorite Bat villains. I've always just... As a kid, I enjoyed Batman and Robin. Poison Ivy was one of the reasons. I'm not a huge fan of Uma Thurman, so it wasn't like one of those. I just enjoyed the character. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Yeah, so I just really enjoy me some Poison Ivy. I've always had an affinity for redheads, and is what it is. I said it. Next up, we have Absolute Batman issue 9, where we get Absolute Bane, so I'm kind of excited for that. This has been, I wouldn't say my favorite, alternate universe rendition of Batman, but I think it's been serviceable. I'm excited to kind of see what else unfolds. It's interesting how Snyder put Bruce growing up in the city instead of at the manor, with some of the villains that we all know and love, like Killer Croc and Riddler and Two-Face and Penguin. Like, they're all friends growing up in Selena Kyle. Catwoman, so it's their frenemies kind of thing. Like, they haven't really, I don't think they've actually been bad yet, but I could see it happening. So I think that's kind of an interesting twist. Anyway, next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man, the giant size #1. I usually don't fall for these tricks, but I saw it was written by Kevin Smith, so it is what it is. Next up, speaking of Kevin Smith's books, I forgot to buy Archie Meets Jay and Silent Bob, so I'm mad about that. All right, next up, we got Action 1087. Again, just Superman books. I couldn't tell you the new adventures of Superboy, so I guess we're going back in time for this one. Mark Waid writing, I'm all in, so we're good. Excited to read some more Superman. Always am. Next up, spoiled this one, Ultimate X-Men number 16. I thoroughly enjoy the artwork. I couldn't tell you who half the characters are. I think if I sat down and read it all at once, I probably would be able to follow it a little better, but I'm happy to read it every month. Children of the Atom. I'm just trying to remember who's on what side, and it gets a little daunting at some points. Anyway, Geiger number 15, not reading this currently because I do not have issues 1 through whatever. I have issue 1 and issue 6 somewhere. I just bought them to get free shipping for other things. But yeah, so I'm happy to just hold on to it and read it all at once I finally fill it in. I spoiled this one earlier, Green Lantern Corps. Again, just been enjoying the how Adams is building the Green Lantern Corps back. From its non-existence, I guess, from before. Another okay book that I've enjoyed, Batman and Robin 22. I wouldn't say it's groundbreaking by any means, but it has been a pretty solid run nonetheless. It's always good getting the Bruce and Damian banter and, kind of them building on that father-son relationship. A book that I can tell you I solely buy for the B covers, again, is Supergirl. Art Germ's been doing a string of Supergirl covers, and if there's one thing I really enjoy, it's Art Germ Supergirl covers, so when he keeps putting them out, I'm going to keep buying them, and I will read it. So I read the first issue. I wouldn't say I absolutely loved it. I couldn't really tell you what was happening. The art style is probably not my favorite. It's extra. It's not... I love cartoony, but it's like too cartoony for me. So yeah, I guess we'll give it a little bit longer, and I'll keep buying the Art Germ covers. I'm pre-ordered up through July now. Whatever. So 3 more issues at least. I think I pre-ordered number 5, and we'll see where it goes. yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, love me some Art German. Next up, where's my Batman issue? Did we skip a month? Is it delayed? There's no Bat book in here. That's frustrating. All right. The Amazing Spider-Man #6. Again, couldn't tell you what's happening in that book right now. Here's another book that I have a pretty good run on. I think it's 590 something to current, so 1098. So probably 500 straight issues now of Detective Comics. Yeah, I've been enjoying Detective. Tom Taylor, that's probably why. They were doing that weird stuff with. He's basically getting like what was it, like children's blood or something, and infusing to make rich people younger, but at the expense of milking children of their blood, kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Excuse my French. But yeah, next up we have Ultimates 13, Ultimates 3.0. They're just kind of constantly revolving the teams. Weird stuff keeps happening. Tony Stark died, but did he die? It's just been kind of hard to follow, to be honest, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I think, again, it's one of those books that I would need to read. Problem is, I put like month gaps in between when I read stuff. Sometimes it's longer than that, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. So it's like, I'd probably be better off just reading a lot of the stuff in trade, which I can't commit to doing that either because that's expensive. It's like, it's easier to just buy the $3, $4.99 book, $3.99, $4.99 book at, the 38% off or whatever on DCBS, and I don't really feel it as hard at the time. I mean, over time it's more money, but yeah. Anyway, Nightwing 127. I just thoroughly enjoy me some Nightwing. Dan Watters hitting the ground rolling after taking over after the Tom Taylor run. And it's always an enjoyable read. I've never have issues with this book. Interesting new armor he has. I just noticed that here, so that'll be interesting. So yeah, that does it. That was the last book. That's what I read. It's a half an hour worth of to show. I don't always remember everything I read, and I guess there's a few books in here that I don't necessarily read, like Poison Ivy. I just bought it. I'm trying to mix in some more indies, so I did cut some books end. So I'm, that's kind of where I'm at, guys. Let me know what you're reading, if you liked it. What would you like to see? Would you like to see me shoot some collection vids? I don't know if I should just pull out some of the random boxes I have of stuff that I bought and just kind of go through a box and tell you about them. And, like if I remember where I got them, what the key significance is, see the grades and things like that before I sort it, or if I should do a huge collection video after I sort it. Just kind of give me an opinion. If you're at this point 28 minutes in, you're probably not even watching, so I won't get any opinions on this. Nobody really comments anymore anyway. That is fine. That's what I got, guys. Have a great friggin' weekend. I do not have a Whatnot schedule at the moment. That's something I gotta do. Check out eBay. I am gonna try to get at least five listings up a week if new buy it nows. Occasionally I do auctions, stuff like that. So check it out. Links are in the description. And until then, keep reading comics. Keep them alive. We love them. We love stories. We love art. We love collecting. And just collect what you love. Don't collect something because somebody tells you to. That's what I gotta say. All right. Have a good one, guys. It's been nice to see you.